I wanted to go over a book by Ken Liu named Star Wars The Last Jedi, The Legends of Luke Skywalker. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. I thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, as we go into this book, The Legends of Luke Skywalker, the main summary, I just want to briefly go over. It does state, as a cargo ship rockets across the galaxy to Cantobight, the deckhands on board trade stories about legendary Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. But are the stories of iconic and mysterious Luke Skywalker true, or merely tall tales passed from one corner of the galaxy to another? Now, one of these myths, one of these big stories of Luke Skywalker, took place during his time on the planet of Jakku, sometime after Return of the Jedi. And the big piece of the myth is Luke Skywalker taking down a Star Destroyer and crashing it into the surface of Jakku. Now, I want to go over the passage in the book that actually explains this about the crew members' experience on the Star Destroyer and what they were feeling as this thing was being taken down. So here is what it has to say in the book. The bridge went dark, the overhead lights, the view screens, the blinking lights on the banks of consoles, even the emergency lighting strips on the floor. All around us was the darkness of space. I saw that the bridge windows were rapidly filling with expanding columns of energy. A jolt, as if the entire Star Destroyer had been picked up by a giant hand and slammed against the ground. The ship slowed, drifted, stopped, and then the dark, lifeless surface of Jakku swung into view, filling the windows, and we fell. We fell. So what's really interesting about that passage from this book by Ken Liu, The Legends of Luke Skywalker, is a big discussion. Did Luke Skywalker actually take down a Star Destroyer during his time on Jakku or not? After this thing crashes, alright, we do have a little, piece in which Luke Skywalker saves one of the Imperial officers. I don't know if you guys read the book, but there is a passage in there that explains that. And what I love so much about this is that it could, and do keep note of this could be a pure tall tale, or a myth, if you will, or this could have actually happened. Now, we have been talking about Luke Skywalker's powers for a very, very long time, and ever since Disney took over the old EU, we haven't really seen Luke Skywalker in all his might after the events of Return of the Jedi just yet. We haven't seen these insane powers just yet for the new Disney canon. And as we go into Star Wars The Last Jedi, I believe that one of the biggest hopes is to get a glimpse of that. We have heard by Mark Hamill himself that he had to just stand there for a certain scene that required very complex and heavy special effects around him. I believe right then and there he was telling us, or hinting to us, that that is a scene in which Luke Skywalker uses his powers to all his might. Also, director Rian Johnson said, despite his time on Ahch-To and his age, Luke Skywalker is still very, very powerful. So I don't think Rian Johnson would just say that and not introduce that in the motion picture. I believe we're getting something. So in this book, guys, do you think he really took down a Star Destroyer? Or do you think it was just a regular myth or a tall tale, if you will? As it does state in the summary of this book, these little stories, you don't really know if they're true or if they're actually fake. We really don't know. So yeah, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.